like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return is Pettis. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and has got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Gordon on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short.
It's just me and you.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
21.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a pass home in downfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray running right. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down. On 1st down, Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Breeze now. He's got it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They're going to run it with Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd and 13. The loop under pressure again, and down he goes again. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing now is Breeze. Sets up the screen to Gordon. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 15 yards. And the Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Breeze now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The final shot before half for Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction. He's got it at the 15. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw is Breeze. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Ginn. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
Let's go, Kim. It's going to be a long day.
1st and 10.
Here's Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 42.
5-8. 54. Right, 54.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Easy, opposite.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Breeze going to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Breeze. Flushed out right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Hey, high 7.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
40 seconds to Mike. Let's go one more. Back. General, west. Ready.
Back to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Got a man. Touchdown, 49ers. It's Selleck. Garrett Selleck. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Niners 24, Saints 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Right there. 56. It's been a long day for you.
11. 56.
Here's Breeze. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. And
this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Watch the screen.
Second and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They'll drop the throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. To throw again on second down. Brees. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Brees now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, they'll throw with Brees. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Got his open man, it's Carr. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
56. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D4 in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 11. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
56. Check 56.
Hey, Haywood. Here we go.
Breeze now. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 51 yards. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.